Hello guys, welcome. This is your Inner Light Guide, and in this video I'm going to help you to find your own values that you have in this lifetime, and this is going to liberate you from most of the pain and suffering, and also it is going to lead you towards success, healing. You will know your vision, you will know your purpose, your mission, what you like, what you dislike. You are into the right path right now, where you're supposed to be, and what you should be doing in this lifetime. It is going to liberate you, it is going to enlighten you, and you will get your spiritual insights that you need and find yourself all over again, because this is what I am working with right now, and I am finding my own values, and my life is becoming more and more easier and very simple, because now I know what are my values are. So the next time when I read a book, when I meet someone, when I'm thinking of a relationship, the things that I do in my daily life, I can always check on the list what are my values, and if I am moving or if I am living my life, and if I am leading my life with all of the values that I have along this journey. And now the question to you is that, what were the most meaningful or fulfilling moments in your life? I'm going to repeat it because I wrote a list about what are my values in this life. And the first question, the only way to find what is your values is asking yourself, what were the most meaningful or fulfilling moment in my life? Because that is where your core values are. You have to start it from very first beginning, the childhood. And I can start with my values because this is the question that I ask myself. What were the most meaningful or fulfilling moments in my life? Core values in action. So the first, I wrote down the childhood. And in childhood, and I wrote like maybe 15 stuff, all of these 15 meaningful or fulfilling moments of my life from the very first beginning. The first is when I was free to play, when I was a little kid. Now the second is finish my drawing book by coloring it. The third is when I was little, we used to live in a beautiful village with such a big garden, and there is different kind of seasons, and there is rainy seasons, and during rainy seasons I used to fish, catching lots of fish, and then climbing on the trees to get fruits. We had coconut trees, we had mango trees, we had papaya trees, we had soursop trees, like we had many different kind of fruit trees. And my father was a farmer. He used to plant lots of vegetables because my father was sustaining not only himself but the entire family by planting fruits and vegetables in the village. So now the fourth was for me eating fruits and collecting vegetables from the land. And now also I wrote down helping my father, because these are the moments that felt most meaningful to me and fulfilling within my heart. And then I wrote down, I was thinking back through my childhood to find out my core values in life. And then I found out when I was finishing my food, and I used to immediately run away to play with other friends, and sitting near the fire in cold days because there was no heater, and eating from pockets, like I used to love to put things in my pocket and eat out of my pocket, and those are the moments. And fruits, I loved it, and awake at night playing during rice seasons because my father used to plant lots of rices. And when the season came that now is the time to work in the field, so we used to be awake during all night and working with it. So they were working, so I was just jumping around and playing, right? So much of fun. And then running after butterflies, fireflies to catch them, and singing in the same tune, like the exact song. Also, always win the game, like whenever I was playing with my friends, either in class or game, always be the first number one and receive lots of love from my teacher, like really be the first one and always win. And now in adulthood, what do I love? Well, not what I love, but most meaningful or fulfilling moments that I had experienced in my adulthood. And it was when I started to travel to see the world, changing my diet, leaving bad habits or people. I started to meditating, wanting to find myself all over again, started to color again, paint again, dance and sing, making money online by helping others, making videos and learning yoga and teaching, meeting new people like monks, yogi masters, new friends. So these are the meaningful moments that is very fulfilling to me. And now that I write down, so now I ask myself that, well, what made it? Right, all of these moments, what made it so meaningful and fulfilling? What was the cause? What was the reason? So I went back to my childhood and I found out, well, it is meaningful, it was feeling fulfilling moments is because of I was happy. Not only happy, but joyful when doing it. Now, how do you find your values? Now that I'm sharing my values, so this is what I did and this is what I'm sharing. Now, what do I value in life? What is so important to me in this life? So out of my childhood, like when I said I was so happy and joyful when I was free, when I get to play with my friends, right? Climbing on the trees, eating fruits, running after butterflies and fireflies, and also helping my father, and like I said, being the first one, being the winner in every game, even in school, in every subject. So this is what I found. My first value is actually the freedom. And I even tattoo myself the bird right here behind my ear. The freedom. So what does that mean to me? To live, to create and grow on my own terms, where there is nobody that can control me. And the second, I found creativity because I enjoyed coloring, dancing, singing, all of the good stuff. So creativity, it means expression through art, music, video making, helping others, movement, coloring. And then the third is nature. Why? Because I used to live in the garden. I used to live in nature, surrounded by the tropical environment, right? So nature means healing, grounding from being in the natural state of thyself. So that is why I'm always out in nature to find myself all over again. So I'm just picking 4 values. Okay, the 4 values, the first 4 values, I have like 12 values on this life. It is not always about having 50 values, it is always about having the importance. And I'm going to share with you why it is important, because now the 4th is spirituality, means deep healing, deep connection to the inner self, the divine, the higher wisdom. So I'm going to share with you what it means, because I'm not sharing all of the 12th. Just the 4, so that you understand the basic, why knowing your value, it is so important to be succeed in your life, to know who you really are, what your values are, so that you can move towards your goals in this journey by knowing your values. Because if you don't know your values, somebody else is going to tell you what to do, how to do. You will always be the person that helps someone else to make their wishes to come true, their dreams. If you don't know your path, if you don't know your value, if you don't know your own unique signatures, then someone else is going to plan your own life for you and taking all of the decision, because you cannot do it by yourself, because you don't know yourself. You don't know where you are going. So how can you create the best life for yourself? How can you live the fulfilling and a meaningful life? It is by knowing your values. What are your values? So, example from my side, my first 4 values is freedom, creativity, nature, and spirituality. And in this, I know my purpose. In this, I know what to do. So whenever I go out there to socialize, whenever I do, every step counts, because your life, this life through this avatar, it's about to expire. I know, right? Yes. So every little breath, every little movement, every little thoughts, every little thing counts. Whatever you do, as soon as you wake up and you go back to sleep, people that you are with, songs that you are listening to, every movement, even your breathing, it counts. Books that you are reading, people that you are listening to, it all counts, because if you know your values, then you know if you are on the right direction or not. For example, the first is freedom. My value is first is freedom, is to live free, is to be free, is to create, is to grow on my own terms. So that means that I'm here to be free, and nobody, nothing can control me, tell me what to do, how to do, when to do, because I am the owner of it, so I'm gonna do it, because I know my value is to be free. And whenever, let's say that, whenever I go to a job that I don't like, and I feel like that I'm in jail, I'm depressed, I'm not feeling that happiness, that meaning of my life, I'm not fulfilled within my heart. Why? Because I am not living my life with my values. And it is creativity. Why? Because creativity is my own expression, through either it is through art, through teaching, through music, through dancing, through coloring. So if I am not expressing myself through my own creativity, I will feel stuck. I will not be able to free myself from all of the pain and suffering, and finding my own freedom to live, to create, to grow on my own terms without anybody planning the life for me. And then the third is nature. I'm always out in nature. My home is top on a hill, and I live like 2 minutes away from beautiful river. It is mountains, it is green. I'm in nature. Why? Because this is where my values are. Nature heals me. Nature grounds me. Nature guides me, because in childhood I born in nature. I was living in the garden. So it is nature. So I have to be connected to nature or live near nature, so that I can be aware of my true self and follow the right path along this journey. And the fourth is spirituality, and this is what I'm into right now, as I'm teaching, as I'm speaking, as I'm sharing. When it comes to doing the inner work, spirituality means deep connecting, like deep connection to the inner self, which I am right now, connected to my inner self deeply. Spirituality means the divine. Either I am the divine, or I am sharing the divineness that is coming out of my nature. And then the higher wisdom, all of the wisdom that I am sharing on this channel, where is it coming from? It is coming from my own values. So this is how I know that I'm connected with my life purpose. I know my values. I'm on the right journey. And now the next time when I meet someone, right, or family members, or books that I am reading, is it what I really value? Does my values exist in it? For example, the work that I do, or the books that I am reading, people that I have connection with, is it what I value, right? Now ask yourself always, because the freedom, will it help me to be free, to be me? Will it help me to grow on my own terms? Creativity, is it giving me, is it similar to my own expression when it comes to my creativity? Either it is through art, videos, movements, coloring, whatever it is. When I look into art, where are my values? My values, is it here? Now nature, when I go out in nature, why do I do it? Because it is in my value. This is what I value along this journey. This is what I'm supposed to do. Spirituality, why do I have this kind of deep connection with my inner self? Why do I collect all of the wisdom? Why do I disappear in meditation for 14 hours? Right? It's because of this is what I value along this journey. Now, once you know what is your value in life, your relationship, your success, your career, every movement, your path, it is going to be more easier and more clearer along this journey. Whenever you want to write a book, whenever you want to read a book, whenever you want to have new relationships, friends that you have, is this what you value? Do they have all of this that you value? If not, then it is easier for you to let go of them, because you can always remind yourself, why should I read it? I don't value these things. Why should I be with this person? Right? It don't have anything that I value within them. Why do I have to listen to it? Why do I have to follow your rules? Why are you planning my life for myself? Why are you telling me to what to do and what not to do? Is it in my value? Is this what I value? If not, then remove. It is easier to cut the chain and let go, because this is spiritual growth we are talking about. Self-improvement I am talking about. This is inner awakening, inner work I am talking about. I'm talking about self-development right here. I am giving you one of the most important skills, one of the most important teaching that you can know and learn and add it in your life, in yourself, so that you can be liberated from all of the pain and suffering. And it's not fun to live a life without any meaning, while you are not feeling that you are fulfilled within in your heart and you are living a meaningful life. You are satisfied. You will always live a life with lots of misery. Someone else is gonna plan it for you, so it will lead you to lots of pain and suffering and misery, and you will be lost out of order. I'm helping you to find yourself all over again, and this is the greatest thing that you can give to yourself right now by learning these skills. How do you know what is your values, which can set you free for life and give you a permanent satisfaction, happiness, the balance that you're seeking, the meaning. and to be fulfilled on this journey. No, it's to find what is your value in this lifetime. Mine is, like I said, freedom, creativity, nature, spirituality, joy, truth, service, authenticity, excellence. Because remember, I said I love to win, I love to be the first. Excellence, and it comes from mastery. It comes from, always striving to be the best. Achievements, growth, empowerment. So these are mine. I don't have 50 values. I have the correct ones, and I only have 12 values till now. I don't know if I will get more by time as I am evolving, because this is evolution. You will always be able to adding some new. And whenever you find your value, whenever you wake up right in the morning and you want to meet some kind of people, read something, watch something, listening to someone, always ask yourself, is it what I value? Now that I know what are my values, is it in that list of what I value along this journey? If not, cut a chain. It is easy to cut a chain. Not answering the call. You don't have to explain. Not watch it, not read it, not do it. Because it is not in the alignment with your values. And life gets so magical, so simple and easier. And the more you start to move towards with what you value, eventually you will be able to build up your own career, to be succeed in life. And whatever your values are, you will reach to the peak of your values. Either it is health, either it is knowledge, either it is money, success, fame, either it is love, either it is inner work, to be a monk, to come to this self-realization, awareness. We all have different kind of values in life. And to reach to that peak, you have to know what your values are so that you can work with it, on it. And your life will get more simple and easy. And now you are wondering why you are feeling the way you are feeling, why you are experiencing those things that you're experiencing unconsciously. You are unaware of everything that is going on. And this is spiritual growth. So guys, hopefully this helps, and I will be back with more improvement, more knowledge, more healing, more spirituality, more love, more balance that you need. This is your Inner Light Guide. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe for more, and stay blessed.